So I've been talking about Ys VIII for ages now. Ever since I first played it back in, I think, 2017. I did a preview video about it after kind of a few hours of playing it, and I talked about just how awesome this game is, and I just love it. I finished it ages ago, but I never actually went back to do a review. So I thought, hey, let's do a review of this game. Let's given how much I talk about it and how this is kind of one of my favorite games on the Vita, I thought let's just do a video and actually review it properly and talk about kind of how awesome it is. So I'm playing this on my my hacked Vita. I've taken kind of an old save file from chapter 5, which is fairly late into the game. I think there's 6 chapters in total. So this is probably kind of 80% into the game. And it's just a brilliant game in so many ways. Story, graphics, gameplay, everything is just awesome and just works so well in this game. And on the Vita itself, it just looks amazing. So I guess let me start with the story. So the story starts off Adol, who is the hero over here, with the red head. So he's the protagonist for all the Ys games. He's on a ship with his friend Dogi, called the Lombardia, and while they're on their voyage, their ship is attacked by a sea monster, and they end up on this mysterious island called the Island of Suran. And so they're split up from all the other members of the ship, and so a lot of the story at the beginning is kind of around trying to find the other survivors and get them back together, basically, to find a way to escape the island. But there's a lot more kind of going on in the background as well. Adol is having dreams of a strange blue-haired lady. There's an ancient advanced civilization. The island is full of dinosaurs. There's a lot more going on than kind of that initial story of trying to find those survivors. And it's a really good story. I really enjoyed it. I really liked the characters as well. I'm only showing the starting party of characters. So you have 3 characters you can control at any one time, and you can switch between them whenever you want. So you can switch between them, so just like this. And but I didn't want to show the other characters just because it's a little bit spoilery. So thought I would just focus on the starting party. So yeah, the gameplay is really good. The graphics, I think, are a real highlight here. It's some of the best on the Vita, in my opinion. It just looks great, really does. And I think you guys watching it on YouTube, I think it doesn't do justice to this game. It really, on the Vita screen, it just looks amazing. The world is, you're stuck on this island, and obviously there's kind of a range of areas, but it just looks really amazing. And so let me actually travel. You can fast travel to different areas. So let me travel to a different part of the map, and I can show you that as well. I quite enjoy I'll show you the mountain area as well, where you face loads of dinosaurs. That's always a good area as well. The music is really good as well. It's I think there's nothing actually I don't like about this game. So which is one of the reasons why for me it's my favorite game on the Vita. So you can, like I said, you can control 3 different characters at any one time, and the characters have different kind of abilities. Well, they do have different abilities as well, but their swords or their weapons kind of do different damage to enemies. So I can't remember. It's been a while since I played it. So there is a specific term for it. But Laxia, the lady over here, her sword does kind of like strike damage, or kind of like not strike damage. It's kind of like more like a needle, sort of sharp damage, or whatever it'd be called. Whereas Adol does kind of a different type of damage, and then the other party member, they could do kind of like strength damage as well. And then if you hold the R shoulder button and press one of the face buttons, you can do a special move. So like this, you can see the on the bottom, there's that kind of on the bottom right is a circle. So that tells you the blue kind of outline, the glowing blue outline, tells you how many special moves you can do. And right now I'm completely filled on the kind of yellow. The yellow means you can do kind of an ultra move, but I'm not going to waste it on some of these little guys. But so there's actually quite a decent amount of kind of moves as well. And when enemies attack, you can, if you dodge just the right time, then you can kind of trigger a flash move, which means you move really quickly. Or if you press the shoulder button, right shoulder button at the right time, then you can trigger a flash guard, I believe it's called, which makes your moves just a lot stronger. So you're doing all critical attacks. And so there is kind of an element of like timing as well. So I'll see if I can just try and trigger a flash guard. There we go, flash guard. And so then it just makes your moves really powerful, which is always useful as well. You've got dodge, run, jump, of course, and as you play the game, you can get new abilities. So, you know, for me, I really loved it when I was able to double jump, and you also get this kind of really fast run as well. So it was, you know, there's more abilities to unlock as well. You can lock onto targets as well. So, you know, you can. You know, it's a really well designed sort of 3D action game. I'm going to leave that bird since I can't seem to hit him. So in terms of the gameplay, like I said, you've got the run, jump, dodge, attack, obviously as well, and these special moves. It just feels really great to play. It just controls really well. It just feels really natural. Like, you know, if you're used to playing 3D action games, third-person action games on console, then you'll just feel right at home with this game. It just feels great to play. Like I think I already mentioned, sound-wise, I really enjoyed the music as well. I think if I had to make one criticism, and you know, this isn't kind of a full criticism, it is very long. So you know, I think I remember middle of the game, it did feel a little bit, did kind of drag a little bit for me, but you know, not massively at all. There's so much to do in this game that even though it is long, I think it's probably took me around 40-50 hours to complete. So even though it is really long, it's still you know, held my attention because there's just so much to do. There's loads of side quests to complete, so you want to try and you can try to win favor of your allies in the village by kind of doing them favors or completing quests for them or finding the right gift for them. So you want to get their favor, and then when you do raids, and I'll talk about raids in a second, they can help you on those as well. But so you want to do those side quests, obviously, for your friends. And then the map is just really big as well. There are loads of areas that are cut off that you can't get to at first. But as you rescue more people and find them and bring them back to your village, you can then start having them help you unlock new areas, which is, again, very useful. So let me go back to the village. So you may have noticed at the top right-hand corner, there is a raid event going on. So what this is that every now and again you can you have these raid events where the village is being attacked by a pack of monsters, and so you basically need to go back to the village and start one of these events and defend the village. And you can set up defenses around the area as well by using some of the items you acquired during your playthrough. So you can build like kind of walls and stuff to help stop the monsters from attacking. But let me start one of these raids so you guys can check it out.
Let's go, everyone.
Let's do it. But the raids are really good fun as well. It's got really good boss fights too. Some really tricky ones that I really enjoy. The really satisfying ones. I remember there was one boss fight who I took out really quickly, and I was just really happy because I just like destroyed him really fast, unexpectedly. So you can see when you're doing these raid events, enemies will come from different areas. So you have to constantly be moving around, looking at the little mini map. Just to see where the enemy is and be able to try and take him out as quickly as possible. Otherwise they'll do more damage. So I'm trying to destroy this big guy. But I can see there's loads of other enemies as well on the screen who are already attacking. Okay, so I've got to run over there.
Are you all right?
Take this guy. But I quite enjoy these raids as well. It just kind of different, little bit of change of pace where it's, you know, instead of fighting enemies on the kind of you know, within the map, here it's a bit more sort of focused and you're just a bit more kind of in a rush and just a bit more challenging. and frantic, which I quite enjoyed the sort of change of pace. You can also do fishing in this game, and you catch fish, and you can give it to one character who again build up their relationship and helps you. They'll help you when you're facing one of these raid battles as well. At one point I wanted to try and go for the platinum on this game, but it's actually a really hard, really long platinum, and I ended up not not trying. But there's a couple of the trophies are you have to walk around with each of the characters. So there's 6 characters you can control, and you have to walk around a certain amount of the map with each of them, and it takes a really long time. So I managed to do it with I think 2 or 3 of the characters, but in the end it was like, no, this is too much. So I ended up not going for it. But anyone who manages to get the platinum, it's a tough one, and I think you have to finish the game a second time on like hardest difficulty or something. It's already a long game, so you're putting in like 100 hours or something to play the game. So it's a long platinum. Uh-oh, I've lost a wall. Okay, that's not good. But I really recommend this game, guys. It's a shame though that the on the Vita version, I don't know if we'll get a sale on the store anytime soon, unfortunately. But I do think it's really, even at full price, I think this is a game definitely worth owning. If you can get it physically, it is quite expensive actually physically. It seemed like they didn't make a lot of copies, so it may be a tricky one to find physically, but I think it's definitely, for me, there's a reason why I voted this game my best game on the Vita, and I just love it so much. I think it's awesome. So I definitely recommend it, guys. It's just a great game in every single respect. Story, graphics, gameplay, everything is just perfect in this game. There is, you may want to consider getting it on Switch or PS4 instead, because they do have the an extra level. So I haven't actually played the extra levels. I got the game on Switch, but I haven't actually completed it again to actually try and play those extra levels. You don't need to. I think on the Vita this is a kind of a full game, so it's not necessary. But you may want to consider that as well. For me, it just feels great on the Vita. The Vita feels much more comfortable for me to play than the Switch, and so I'm very happy to be able to play this on the Vita. So guys, I'm going to end the video there, but hopefully that was a useful little look at Ys VIII. Great game, definitely recommend it. So guys, if you've played it before, let me know in the comments what you think about it, and as always, thanks for watching.